Esther Trivedi was first diagnosed with breast cancer 20 years ago, resulting in a mastectomy. Her cancer has come back twice since then. 3 times a month, Esther goes to the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Orlando for chemotherapy treatment.
In the beginning, I was very mad. I was angry. And then the second time, again, I felt like, why me? But then, after I start feeling better and everything is in control, and I do believe in science and all these things stop the problems, and I go back to normal.
Although she has managed to survive cancer, the years of chemotherapy may have hurt Esther's heart. It took a while for her to recognize the symptoms of heart failure when they showed up one night.
I felt like fatigue and like a weakness, but that was like at 7 o'clock. I had dinner. Then at 12 o'clock again, I had some like a sweating, and I didn't feel right, but it went away like in 5 minutes. But then the next morning, around 10 o'clock in the morning, after I took a shower, I was feeling horrible with the backache, sweating very, very much. And then I went to the hospital because then I felt seriously bad.
Esther was hospitalized and underwent an angioplasty procedure in which stents were placed in 2 coronary arteries to improve blood flow.
It was unbelievable. I never thought of I could have heart problems.
Believing that a positive outlook is important, Esther refuses to let cancer and heart failure get her down.
I'm optimistic. I have a great sense of humor, and I believe in living every day as is the last one, and the last day should be a very happy day. And I keep that in mind, and keep yourself happy. Try not to be sad, because that affects your heart. So you have to be happy and have a good sense of humor. Cancer made me a better person and a better mother, because I was very scared that I would not survive. And I was trying to give quality time to my children. So I believe cancer made me a better person and more understanding with other people and with my children.
Esther also believes that her experiences with cancer help prepare for dealing with heart failure.
I think I handle it better because I have been having training with the cancer. So it was like, well, this is something that if I try my best, it's gonna be in control.
While appreciating the support of her husband, Esther also credits her daughter's efforts to make sure that she eats right and gets enough exercise.
My daughter helped me very much in reinforcing about the healthy way of eating and try not to eat fat and beef, and she's like my guard, angel guard, and pushing me for exercise and for walking.
A healthy diet and exercise, they really make a difference when it comes to managing heart failure.
Carlos, it's all about the salt. Patients simply have to stop eating it because that's what gets them into trouble. But on an upbeat note, it is so gratifying to see patients who simply refuse to get discouraged.
Perry, in going out and meeting these patients and listening to their stories, they really are shining examples of how far treatment has come.
I have patients like these, and I know every physician would love to have patients like the ones we met today. Thanks. Although tremendous progress has been achieved in recent decades, the future promises even better treatment for heart failure patients. Back in the 1970s, heart failure was considered a fatal condition, with an anticipated survival period of less than 2 years. Thanks to medical breakthroughs, technological advances, and improvements in surgical techniques, the prognosis for these patients today is considerably brighter. Even more breakthroughs are expected during the next decade, especially in the area of cell therapies that might eventually eliminate the need for transplants and other heart surgeries.
We will be able to put an early immature cell into your heart muscle. It will find its way to the damaged heart. It will set up shop. It will divide, replace those old cells, and then stop dividing and basically give you a new heart without ever having a heart transplant or an artificial heart or having to have an angioplasty. That's our hope in the future.
When someone says you have heart failure, think you have a heart challenge. Think that you have the capability of heart success. There's a lot that has been done with research, with medical therapy, with proactive strategies that really can help you do and feel better. And so don't accept any futility when you hear that diagnosis.
The one message I would send to them is to have hope, that there is hope on the horizon, many, many new technologies that are coming down the pipeline, and to stay positive.
Corey Flippo has advice to share with other heart failure patients.
You learn and adjust your lifestyle to a lifestyle that's compatible with heart failure, and that it can be very rewarding. You know, that it definitely gets better, and I feel very lucky every day because I still lead a very active, rewarding life, even with heart failure.
I played baseball in my youth, and I was not a good ball player, but I really enjoyed the game, and I really loved the game. And I think one of the things that I learned from that was not to give up, because incredible things can happen in the ninth inning sometimes.
So despite the ominous sounding name, heart failure isn't by itself a death sentence. Don't forget that. That wraps up this edition of Healthy Body, Healthy Mind. I'm Dr. Perry Kritschmar. See you next time.